Good morning, YouTube. Bandana Gramma here. I'm not in my kitchen. I'm not in my living room. I'm not in my dining room. I'm not in my garden. I'm at my son's house. We've traveled to Massachusetts and we're here visiting for about a week. And this morning, several of the children and my husband have and my son have left the house to attend various sports events, or as in the case of my husband, he's gone for his morning walk. So it's just me and I think my granddaughter who's still in bed. So just the two of us are here. And I've tried to set up this live stream so if she comes downstairs, she isn't in the view of the camera. I think she would be distressed if that happened unbeknownst to her. So here I am in Massachusetts live streaming. Good morning, Sally. Glad to see you this morning. Are you having a great day? What's the weather like where you are? It's cold here, and his house is kind of cold too. The bedrooms are warm and the living room's warm. The kitchen is freezing. It's cold in Massachusetts. We grew up in upstate New York, and we got kind of used to the cold there. Maryland, where we live now, have been there for 30 years, more than 30 years. Michigan is cold. Oh yeah. Maryland's kind of excuse me, temperate. You know, it's you get cold and you get warm, but you don't get the extremes like you do in Michigan and New York and Massachusetts. So yeah, it's an adjustment to come out here. Thankfully, we had a great trip. The roads were clear. There was some iciness here and there, but nothing that was bothersome. We stayed overnight in Connecticut, and I have to say that we stayed at the Laquinta. Is that how you say it? Laquinta or Laquinta? I think it's Laquinta Motel in Danbury. Kudos to Laquinta in Danbury, Connecticut. A very nice motel to stay in. The price was reasonable. The rooms were clean. I'm trying to find fault. The bed was a little hard for me, but it was a nice, king bed and a nice big room and a big bathroom. And the breakfast was wonderful. It was the best I've had at any motel we stopped at when they gave you a breakfast. It was a huge room, and then the breakfast went all the way around the room. And they had, hot and cold, excuse me, eggs and sausage and waffles and fresh fruit, and they had both scrambled eggs and they had hard-boiled eggs. So if you wanted to take some eggs back to your room or something like that, we actually snuck two out to put in our lunch bag to snack on when we were driving the rest of the way to Massachusetts. Shh. And what else did they had? The yogurt. They had a big dish of really fresh cottage cheese, which was very nice with peaches. They had the cereals, they had the bagels, they had the toast and the Danish and all that kind of stuff, if that's what you wanted. They had a big oatmeal bar with all kinds of toppings, and of course a big separate topping bar for all the waffles. So it was a wonderful. Hello, Steve. I guess Steve's commenting on my post. That's what it said, so he might not be live here. Anyway, it was a wonderful hotel, and I stayed in a La Quinta once before. It was a sad time. It was when my dad was in the hospital in Boston before he passed. And my dad and my sisters and I were staying at the hotel while Dad was getting radiation treatments every day. And that hotel treated us great. Again, the breakfast was good, the rooms were nice, and the staff was above and beyond helpful, especially in the situation we were in. So big kudos to La Quinta. I don't know what anybody else has experienced, but it was great. And hello, Alicia. Good to see you up there in Canada. I bet you're cold. So, yeah. I just have, I'm not sponsored for this. I don't get anything for telling you this. I'm just saying that we had two good experiences with La Quinta Motels. And I'm just sharing that along. In fact, I went over to compliment one of the women who were out, putting the breakfast things out. And I said, this is a wonderful breakfast and you're doing such a great job. And she thanked me, and I had my camera, and she was asking about that, so I gave her my card and told her, you know, I had the YouTube channel. So later I'll be posting something about the pictures I took there at the hotel. And she told me she was going to check out my channel. So if you're watching, lady from Laquinta, I didn't get your name. Hello. I told you I'd do this. So yeah, that was good. All right. Before I get into my crocheting, I wanted to test out this microphone. My daughter Mandy gave me a microphone for Christmas. And I just want to see if it makes any difference. I haven't got it plugged in yet. I'm just using the mic in my little iPad. So I'm going to plug in this microphone, and then I need you to give me feedback. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what it sounds like without it. And I need to know if this microphone helps or not. Your fingerless gloves look awesome. I'm going to show you them in a minute, and I'm going to show you how I do the dragon scales on it. Okay, where's my plug? Give me a second to find my, here it is. Okay. 5. Any difference in the sound? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the new microphone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without the new microphone. Give me your verdict. I'll wait. Meanwhile, I'll show you my gloves while I wait for the comments because there is a lag. All right, here's my fingerless dragon gloves. And I'll try them on so you can see how they work. No difference. That's what I was afraid of. Not much difference here. Okay. All right, here's dragon gloves. They have a ribbed cuff, nice and long. And the yarn I'm using is variegated. See, it's this really pretty variegated. It's got pinks and grays and purples in it. An echo from the room, with or without the mic. All right, and then it comes up here, and then we have the dragon scales, which we put up here. So there's what they look like, and I've got the second one done this far. And of course, they're not going to match perfectly as far as the color, where the colors land, because it's the nature of this kind of yarn. But I think that makes them cool. You know, they match, but they're not matchy-matchy. They don't have the colors in the exact same space. So I got this one to here, like that. And now I'm about to put the dragon scales on. So, you know, I can make plain ones like this, or I can make them with the dragon scales like this. And the next pair I make, I'm going to try and use a finer yarn so the scales aren't quite so chunky. Or I might use the thicker yarn down here to make them warm and try to find something that will match this but be a little more delicate up here so the dragon scales will be less chunky, a little more delicate. So I love them though. I kind of want to keep them, you know, but I can make more. Instead of working on my sweater mittens, you know, driving in the car, I can't bring my machine around. And Jody, my sister Jody, says she has another yarn that are perfect for these to make them not so chunky. Yeah, but I like them. I like them like this. And I think I'd also like them if they were less chunky. So Jody's going to share with me the yarn she uses for hers. And there they are without the dragon scales on them. You know, some people like them plain. Some people, if I made them plain, I'd put another row of single crochet up here just to finish it off, probably. But I'm about to put the dragon scales on, and I'll show you that. So let me check the comments. Not much difference, says Alicia. Again, no difference. Sounds the same. An echo from the room with both. Oh, okay. Well, there isn't a whole lot of furniture in this room, and it's a big room, so that could be why. Talk directly in the mic, see if it works. Okay, we'll do that. Here's 1, 2, 3 without the mic. I'll find the plug here. Here's directly into the mic. Is there any difference here? Does this work at all? 1, 2, 3 without the mic. Okay. I'll wait for that verdict too. I have a good yarn perk with those. You do beautiful work. Thank you, Sally. I love using variegated yarn. Yeah, it's really pretty. Jody's trying to find the full-handed mittens. Yeah, okay. I was working on my full-handed mittens, but of course, when my husband's driving the car and we're traveling for hours, I can't use my machine in the car and make my sweater mittens. So I took these along to work on these while we're driving. It's about the same, I think. Hard to tell. Yeah, that's a shame. I had another little clip-on mic that I think did work better, especially if I had to, like if I was in the kitchen and I had to move from in front of the camera to across the room where I'm cooking something or getting something. And I think that little clip-on bowed mic worked better. I can't find it. It was about this big, and I misplaced it somewhere. I thought it was in a purse or my pocket or something. I can't find it. So I might have to order another one of those. It's a shame though, because Mandy went through, sweet Mandy went and ordered this for me, hoping it would work. And so did I. I sent you a comment this morning asking if you could crochet me regular mittens with that yarn and a price with shipping. Okay, I do have a pattern for crocheted mittens. I can look into that, and I'll have to see if I can find this yarn again, because I certainly don't have enough left over when I'm done with these. But Alicia, I'll look into that. Okay, I think I read all your comments. If I didn't say hello to you, oh, let's see, that was Irene. Hello, Irene. Right, if I didn't say hello again, because I want to know. Oh, Mud Puppy Girl, hello. I saw your comment, but I didn't read who it was from. I think I got everybody. Stacy, hello, Stacy. All right, so you're hearing me okay right now, because I'm assuming because I'm pretty close to the camera and the mic, built-in mic in the camera. So hopefully you're hearing me all right now. Now I'm gonna move on to making the dragon scales on these mittens. And I'm going to show you how that's done. You're very clear here. Love the gloves. Thank you, Irene. I did bring a whole bin. Let's see if I can tilt this down. There, see this bin? It's full of my mitten stuff. My sweater mitten stuff. So while I'm here, I can work on sweater mittens too. I have a show coming up where I'm going to have a table, and I don't have a whole lot of inventory made right now. I needed to sell some mittens ahead of time to finance going to the show and to pay for my table and things like that. So I do need to sell some online first, but then I need to build up my inventory so I have things to put on the table to sell at the show. I'm going to have some ponchos and mittens and what else? Let's see, maybe some slippers, things like that. But it's my sweater mittens that seem to sell the best. Alrighty, I'm going to tip you down to see my work, and hopefully you'll be able to see good enough, see well enough that I can show you how to put these dragon scales on, what the trick is to them. Alright, camera, come on down. There. Alright, now my last row, what I did is I have a double crochet and then 2 double crochet and a double crochet and 2 double crochet. Can you see those? If you see, single, 2, single, 2, single, 2. That's how you set it up so you can start your dragon scales. And I'm going to be skipping the singles, and then I'm going to be crocheting down one side of this V and up the other side, making the dragon scales on each of these doubles. That's how it's done. So I wish I could show you better. I'm trying to get the camera where you can see better. I guess if I do it down here, it's about as good as you're going to get. So I'm Still going to read the directions as I go. All right, the crocodile round. Slip stitch in the top of the first double crochet. So this is a single crochet here. Oh, wait, that's it. Slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet. So there's, you lost it. There's a slip stitch, okay? Okay, I think I'm back. You know what I might do? If I put the camera on the floor in front of me, facing my work, I think that you'd be able to see exactly what I see if I do that. Give me a minute. First I want to hear, do you see me again? Am I back? Good morning, how fun. I do hear you well. Cute, cute gloves. Love the pink and gray. Very clear here. Okay. But am I back? Offline. Let me wait. I think I'm back. Tell me I'm back. I don't want to continue unless I'm back. Oops, lost you. Come on. I think I'm back. All right. While I'm waiting to hear, I'm going to lengthen the legs on my... There we go. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to lengthen the legs on my tripod, and I'm going to put it in front of me, straddle it, and face my hands. This will be fun. But you should be able to see my work that way. Let me see if I can set this up right. All right, this is going to be weird. Let's see if I turn the camera. All right. Bear with me. I'm swiveling the camera on top so I can see the picture. Tightening that down. Then I'm going to switch the camera this way, there, so it's facing the table. And the table's too close to the wall. There. Switch the table that way. All right, now, this is an experiment, but I think it's going to work. All right, if I can get close enough, which is hard with a tripod. All right, let's see. Ah! All right, I gotta turn it this way to get my knees in there. And then move the camera this way. Okay, now I'm a little a little closer. Bear with me. You might need some Dramamine. All right, that's close, that's close. I gotta tighten this down so the camera doesn't go anywhere. Tighten this. All right. How's that? I think that's pretty good, right? You'd laugh if you see me here with this tripod practically in my lap, my feet underneath the tripod, and my arms stretched up around both sides of it. All right. Let's get it all the way down here. Okay. All right, I think you can see. So I'm going to ignore looking at the camera and just do my work here. All right, so what I'm going to do is turn my work. Here's the V right there. I'm going to go down one side with 5 and then up the other side with 5 double crochet. So I stick it in that side of the V, and then I'm going to do 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, there's one side of the scale right there, 5 double crochet. Now I chain 1, and then I turn the work and I go up, let's see, which I guess this way would be better for me. Go up this, see this other side right here, this one? That's what I'm going to go up now, the other side of the V. So I put it in here and I go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, get in there you, and then the 5th one, 5. Okay, so there is the first dragon scale. And then I skip the single crochet and I go to the next double crochet and I slip stitch into the top of the next double. It's a 2 double crochet, I should say. This is a double crochet, single double crochet, meaning 1 double crochet and then 2 double crochet together. So I slip stitch into the top of it, and then we do the same thing. We come down this side with 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, get in behind that post. It's a front post double crochet, see? 4, 5, chain 1, and then you can see my ball of yarn is a mess. I'm going to have to straighten that out. Then go up the other side. Here's the other side of the V. So it's a front post there. So I go around that front post and we go up the back here. 1, 2, whoops, lost it. Try it again. 3, 4, and 5. And there's 2 dragon scales. So you continue that all the way around, and then you lay down another foundation with the 1 and the 1 double crochet and the 2 double crochet as you go around, but you stagger them. So your 2 double crochet is going to be here where the 1 was. So your scale, see how the scale is between these 2? Because I'm changing the foundation. And then you do the 3rd row and you do the same thing. You switch the doubles and the singles so that you can overlap, doom, 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 like that. So when I finish this row of the scales and I put down the next row of the single and double crochets, I'll be putting the double here because this will be where the next scale will go, and the single will go right in the middle, right here in the middle of the scales. So that's how that is done. Now let me put the camera back up. I'm sorry for all the fooling around here with the camera, making you dizzy. And I'll just turn this around. There I am. And see if I can. Check your comments. Okay, let me catch up where I was. I lost you, there you are, back again. Okay, the things you have to do to get a good video. You're right. Much better view of the mittens. Good, I'm glad you could see it. Yes, that's good. All right, you saw it then. Try Landscapes Yarn by Lions Brand. Okay, I'll have to write that down, Judge. Landscapes Yarn by Lions Brand. All right, I'm going to put my legs back up in the camera, in the tripod, so I can put it back on the table to just talk to you. Okay. And we'll turn this around again. Lovely woolen color, you did well. Thank you, Irene. I'm hoping you all got to see that clearly. Oops. Oh yeah, I gotta do this. And tighten that. And then turn the whole tripod around this way. That took some doing. You know, when I do things like that and this video gets uploaded, I would love to cut all that messiness out of it. But YouTube, if I cut something out of the video, like if there's a long lag of something that didn't go right, they take the chat away. So then the chat won't be on it anymore. You know, now when you rewatch a video, you can watch the chat. But if I edit it, they won't keep the chat in there. They'll take it away. So it's a toss-up. Do I choose to send it up, edited and looking cleaner and nicer without all this craziness with moving the camera around, or if I have to get up and go get something and cut that dead time out, I can do that. This is just live streams now. Or I could do that and have no chat, or I can keep that stuff in and then the chat stays up. So thank you for teaching your viewers how to do the dragon scale. You're welcome, Nifty Thrifty. That's how you do it. You go up and down each side of a double crochet. It's really not that hard. Tell you what the hardest part was. I had to tear these out 3 times because down here I kept getting it too wide, and I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong. And the problem is it's really hard to see. It's a cross stitch. You like I don't know if I can explain it very well, but you skip a space and you do a double crochet, and then you go back and you double crochet in the space you stitched, so you get kind of an X to make this business down here. See, it's like an X, and then you're supposed to skip another one and go, but when you go back to do that second double crochet, it pulls the first one over, so it looks like it's a space, and it's hard to tell where the spaces are that you're counting over and where it's actually already been used, because that first one you did, when you go back to do the fill in the second hole, it pulls it over and that space looks open, and it's not. It's got a little leg in there that was originally anchored, and so I wasn't counting those right, and then I kept getting more and more stitches, so the mitten was getting like this wide. If you saw me one of my videos earlier, I said, I don't think this is right. So I had to rip it out 3 times until I figured out what I did wrong, and now they're all right. So yeah, that's how you do the scales. I like the whole tutorials, and it will work out in the end. Good morning, Cherish. Cherish, I'm making fingerless dragon gloves. They look like this. They have dragon scales on them. And I'm making it out of this pretty variegated yarn with purples and pinks and grays in it. So, and they come up matching, but not matchy-matchy, because it's a variegated yarn, so the colors come up in different places. I like that. I think that's pretty cool. So, and Cherish says she wishes she would. Hope's Homestead is Cherish. Cherish, how are you feeling? Cherish just had some surgery and she's home recuperating. Are you feeling better? Are you getting your strength back? Are you looking forward to better days ahead? Tender and still pretty weak. Yeah. Okay. Are you on a liquid diet now? Better than I was. Yeah. Anytime you have surgery, it's pretty daunting to go through that. Did you come up with the dragon skill, or did you learn it somewhere else? I learned it from directions I found online, so you can find them online. If you look up, sometimes they call them, it's also called a crocodile stitch. No, I'm on soft food now. I have to stay on that for 1 month. Okay. Well, best of luck to you, Cherish, and prayers for you to speed your recovery and have great success in your surgery, and that it accomplishes all you wanted it to accomplish. And I'll see you, I don't know. Are you going to make it to any of the gatherings or meetups, or maybe next year at HOA? Do you think you'll go to HOA in October? Angela. Hello, Angela. Thank you for joining me. So, any questions before I say goodbye? Because I don't want to hang out boring everybody to tears. I showed you what I wanted to show you. Okay, she's not honestly sure. It depends on several things. Well, I hope you can make it. I'd love to see you again. You can show off your the results of your surgery too. That it took care of everything and made you feel better. We are talking about doing a meetup for Southern Mamas. Oh, really? I didn't hear about that. That sounds good. So I guess it'd be in Tennessee then, hey? I haven't heard of any meetups around upstate New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine, all that. There's a slight chance I might be meeting up with Maniac Grammy this week. I don't know. It depends. If my husband's up for it, I mean, she's a couple hours. We would have to meet in the middle because she lives like 4 hours from where I am now. And if she was willing to go part of the way, I think an hour and a half, and I could go a couple hours, I think I might be able to meet up with her, but only if my husband's up for it. And if she can do it. She was interested, but we didn't have a date set or anything. Monday's supposed to be a better day, so we might do it Monday. Pigeon forage at a coffee shop. Cool. Your determination served you well. They are very cute fingerless gloves. Yeah, I was getting discouraged when I kept messing up. I hate tearing stuff out, you know. It's hours of work. Like, I had to tear out from here probably to here. This part here, I kept messing up. It kept coming out wide. And so I do it all, and then I'd say, no, it's not right. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Finally figured it out. So yeah, I hate it when that happens. I like figuring it out, but I don't like what I go through before then, messing it up. And with my sweater mittens, there's been many times, Jody can tell you, she makes sweater mittens too, that you put things together wrong. You put the cuffs on upside down backwards because it's kind of counterintuitive the way you have to put the cuffs on to sew them. So you take them out and fold them over and they cover the mitten. You have to put them in upside down, inside out, and backwards so they come out right. And it's very confusing when you first start. Good morning, Smallwood Homestead. Welcome, welcome. It has been forever. Let's see now. Is that Gypsy? Am I remembering correctly that that's Gypsy with Smallwood? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's what's coming to my mind. And this 68-and-a-half-year-old mind makes mistakes. So I could be wrong on that, but I think it's Gypsy. I think I better start rolling this into a ball because I don't think I'm going to be able to pull it much longer. Yes, it's Gypsy. Okay, I remember Gypsy. Welcome, Gypsy. Good to see you again. Why has it been so long? Have you just been missing me? Missing my when I'm on, or was your computer down, or were you traveling, or what was going on that we missed each other all this time? So my sister Jody's on here, and some of you know that Jody sells paparazzi jewelry. It's $5 for each piece of jewelry, and it's beautiful, and it's weighty, and you know, you'd never, ever, ever guess that it only costs $5. So I am going to give my sister Jody a plug and tell you to check out her Facebook page. If you just search for Jody Malm, M-A-L-M, you'll find her. Her name's Jody House Malm Brennenstuhl or something. I'm not sure how she has it all in there, but you can also just contact her through seeing her on here, and she'll tell you how to get to her VIP page and all that. But she has the most beautiful jewelry, and it's not expensive. It's very affordable. Each necklace comes with a free pair of matching earrings. How do they do that? I don't know. It's lead and nickel free. Nice, nice stuff. So yeah, check her out. I'm happy to give her a plug because I have lots of that jewelry and I love it. And I think you would too. Okay, sorry I missed you. It's been a string of accidents and illnesses in my family. Things have started slowing down now. Well, I hope things are well from here on out, Gypsy. And I'm glad you made it this morning. So my son Michael is off with his son Isaac, our grandson Isaac. He has a basketball game this morning. And later we have another basketball game with him. We had 2 basketball games yesterday with our granddaughter Tatum and our other grandson Micah. And Sunday they have lacrosse games and a football game. And then we're doing a Super Bowl party here. So it's been busy. We're not making it to the 8:30 game up in Newburyport today. My husband went for his jog walk, and I decided to do a live stream while everyone's out of the house, except our granddaughter Tatum. She's up sleeping yet. And we will be going to Isaac's other game at 3:30 this afternoon, so we'll catch him too. So yesterday it was Micah and Tatum's games. Today it's Isaac's games, and then we'll have lacrosse games tomorrow and a Super Bowl party. So... and I hear my husband coming in, so I'm gonna say goodbye. He's getting back from his walk, and I know he doesn't necessarily like to be on camera. So I'm live streaming, hon. Is it cold out there?
13.
13 degrees here. Woo, he looks frozen. Oh, you got the toothpaste. We forgot toothpaste. Good. Let me have your hat. I want to show him your hat.
Got more compliments at the coffee shop.
Got more compliments. Look at this hat he's got. It's a gingerbread hat, and it says, where is it?
Oh, snap.
Yeah, there it is. Gingerbread, ginger snaps. It says, oh snap, right there. I don't know if it's frontwards or backwards on your screen, but there. It says, oh snap. It's got cute gingerbreads on it. And where's the thingamabobber? Is it hard to... oh. Okay, and look at this. It lights up. Is that cute? That was a gift from... that was a gift from our daughters. He loves it. So, that's the cutest hat, isn't it? Oh, snap. With the gingerbread man on it. Alright, let me turn it off now so I don't wear down your battery. There. There you go. So that was a gift from one of... do you know which daughter gave it to you? It's hard to remember when you got a bunch of kids.
No, and I don't want to make it wrong. I don't want to...
say the wrong one. Whoever it was, daughter, you can claim it on here if
you say it's from one of my daughters.
Yeah, one of our daughters.
Or my favorite daughter.
Yeah. Alrighty, did I miss any comments? Bye, says Irene. Okay, I hate having to rip back too. I'm knitting a sweater and had to rip back about 5 inches. Doesn't that kill you? Oh, I started crocheting blankets for Christmas. I have 2 small ones to make for my grandsons. One for my daughter and her husband, and one for my son. Irene Gilmore, I like it. I'm sure she's not talking about ripping out stuff. I'm sure she doesn't like ripping out stuff. Yeah, that's no fun at all to do all that work and then have to rip it out. Whether it's crocheting or knitting or even sewing. There's been, like I said, with my other mittens and other sewing projects, how many times have I had to go back and rip out seams because I put something in upside down or backwards or something. So yeah, that's a pain. But we pay our dues, don't we? We learn as we go. When I first started making my sweater mittens, it took me forever to make a pair of mittens because I had to learn and learn and learn, not only about how they went together, but my machine kept acting up because the fuzz from the sweaters would gum it up, and then there was some things about my machine I had to learn too that I was doing wrong. I had sewed before, but I hadn't in a long time, and I was forgetting a few things. So those first, I'd say 5 or 6 pairs of mittens took a long, long, long time. No, the hat. Yeah, she likes the hat. Yeah, I love that hat. It's so cute. Yeah, I knew she wasn't talking about she liked ripping out stuff. Alrighty, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm going to get some breakfast and see if I can help my son around the house here by finding a few things to do. Maybe make some lunch for us all later. I made soup yesterday. Thank you, Alicia. Yeah, it is a cute hat. So cute. When we came, I had just made a turkey at home. So I put it in I took all the bones and the carcass and the broth, and I had, well, it's right here. I had this big thing, and I stuffed it all down into that after I had cooked it a while, and I brought it. And so last night, while we were between games, in the afternoon when he was at work, I started making up the turkey soup, and he was happy. Last night they were all happy to have homemade turkey soup. So I was glad I brought that. And then if you saw, I had all those avocados. I brought him a whole bunch of avocados, and I don't know, somebody had given us 40 bricks of this cheddar cheese with caramelized onion in it, and I've been giving that away and put it in our freezer, and we've been eating it. And I brought him 10 bricks of that, so he says that will go for the Super Bowl party too, and he can cook with it. He's quite the chef, my son is. He cooks a lot of Korean food he likes to cook too. All right, I say I'm leaving, and then I start gabbing again. So, love it. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me. I'll be live again while we're here. I'm hoping to get the grandkids to sing again. They play instruments and sing, and if I can talk them into that, that will be fun. I didn't get a notice you were on, so I'll have to watch in the rerun. Have a wonderful visit with your family. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. Talk to you all later. God bless. Bye-bye.